All right, so today we're going to focus on multiplying decimals with negatives and positives. So the key thing to remember is that if the signs are the same, your answer is going to be positive. If the signs are different, your answer is going to be negative. Do not confuse this with the adding and subtracting rules. They're different. So the first problem I'm going to focus on is 1.7 times negative 2.1. So the easiest way to do this is to not even worry about the decimal until the very end. So I'm going to take those decimals out and I'm going to say 17 times 21. So I took the negative out and I took the decimal out. We'll worry about both of those at the end. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply 17 times 21. You should get 357. Now once I multiply this, I'm going to focus on the decimal. So I'm going to count the total number of decimal places in each number. So 1.7 has one number behind the decimal, and 2.1 has one number behind the decimal. So total, there's 2 decimal places. So I'm going to add a decimal at the end of 357, and I'm going to move 2 decimal places to the left. So that would give me 3.57. Now I need to focus on whether my answer is positive or negative. So I have a positive times a negative, so the signs are different, which means my answer is going to be negative 3 57/100. The next problem we're going to focus on is negative 5.5 times negative 4.87. Remember, parentheses also mean multiplication if there's nothing between them. So first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my decimals out. So this would be 55 times 487. Look at me on the decimal way. All right, 487. I like to put the bigger number on top when I multiply because that just leaves you less steps. But you can do it either way. You can put the 55 on top or the 487 on top. And I'm going to go ahead and multiply this. When you multiply, you should get 26,785. Now I need to look at the decimal. So 5.5 has one decimal place, and 4.87 has 2 decimal places. So total, there are 3 numbers behind the decimals. So I'm going to add my decimal point to the end, and I'm going to move 3 decimal places to the left. And that would be 26.785. So now we're going to look at whether our answer is positive or negative. So recall from the last slide, we said that the same signs would give you a positive answer and different signs would give you a negative answer. So I have negative 5.5 and negative 4.87. The signs are the same, which means my answer is going to be positive 26.785 or just 26.785. The last problem we're going to focus on is negative 3.77 times 2.8. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the decimals out. So we have 377 times 28. Then I'm going to go ahead and set this up to multiply. Once you set it up, go ahead and start multiplying. You should get 10,556. Now I'm going to count my decimal places. So 3.77 has 2 numbers behind the decimal, and 2.8 has 1 number behind the decimal. So total, there are 3 numbers behind the decimal. So I'm going to go ahead and count 3 places to the left, which would give me 10.556. Right, I have a negative times a positive, so the signs are different, which means my final answer will be negative 10.556. Go ahead and pause the video, work the problems out in your math notebook, and then click play to see if you get the correct answer. If you do not have the correct answers, try to figure out what you're doing wrong, or come see me so I can help you.